Check us out on Patreon, guys, where we're giving you the entire year now for $10.08. Over 100 videos worth of content for $10.08.
8 cents is just such a slap in the face.
Like 84 cents a month, I think is what it comes out to.
I haven't seen 84 cents in 15 years. Ever since penny candy.
So check us out on Patreon, guys. Hope to see you there.
The entire year.
What's up, guys? Your boys are back. I'm Ryan, my man, George.
What's up, guys? How y'all living out there, man? Shout out to the free thinkers, of course, man.
Yeah, man. So we're getting back to Boston, man. Band that we really love a lot, man. We did More Than a Feeling, right? And then we did
Foreplay, long time.
Foreplay, yeah.
That was a lot different, like in terms lyrically, went a different direction than we thought. So we should have known like the wholesomeness in Boston wouldn't it wouldn't be what we thought. Anyways, love both songs, man.
Yeah, man.
And this is a band me and Ryan were just kind of catching up on them, just reading a little bit in the wiki about them. But this is a band that was just such a huge juggernaut of a band. I think Boston, that debut, right? Because More Than a Feeling and Foreplay, Long Time came off of that debut album.
Yeah, but all 5 of these. I mean, we haven't heard all of these songs yet, but I mean, More Than a Feeling was #1, Peace of Mind, which is what we're doing today. Foreplay, Long Time, we did that already. So this is in succession. 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
#4, Rock and Roll Band. We haven't heard that one.
But we know that's a big
But that was a big song, right? 5, Smoking. We haven't heard that one, but we know that that's a big song. So it was just like pow, pow,
So this
pow.
is one of those big juggernaut classic of all classics types of songs. One of the highest selling albums, critically acclaimed, innovative. You know what I mean? Like this sound that they came up with throughout this time as we were reading was just such a big sound.
Yeah, man.
And the fact that, again, I know you guys, a billion people told us this in the comments, but we know that Tom Scholz did basically this album in his basement.
It's crazy.
MIT graduate, then worked for Polaroid and
to fund his career.
You know
Yeah, that's
and
cool,
they
dude.
created something that completely changed the game.
If that's not an American,
Brad Delp in the game, yeah.
Yeah, I mean control, but if that's not like an American story, like
American dream,
dude, that's what you come here for, opportunity.
Yeah,
man. And he made it happen. He pulled himself up by his bootstraps and really funded his passion. That's beautiful, dude.
Man, let's get into it though, man. We don't want to talk your head off, man. We're familiar with Boston. We rock with them. Let's see if they can keep the streak going because I feel like we've liked everything from Boston. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into it. Boston, Peace of Mind. Like hard rock Jersey Boys. You know what I'm saying? And this is what it feels like to me, but it just really good, wholesome, like hard, it's good, just good wholesome rock, 70s rock, done at a very high level. Like, don't get the word wholesome, you know what I mean, fucked up. It's wholesome, but it's just skilled and blended so beautifully, man. It just sounds good.
You know, and I love the way you said that, man, because that's kind of what was going through my mind. It was a lot of different things. I'm like, man, when I look at Boston and what they're able to do, and how, obviously he was able to do, play the bass, guitar, and keyboards, and record that in his basement. I mean, and you put that all in perspective, and then you hear this project, you're like, not only does it sound good, but it doesn't really sound like other things you've heard. So it's still new and innovative too.
Yep.
I feel like Boston has its own sound,
It does.
So in the midst of all that it does sound kind of happy and wholesome, but it still is unique enough that you could still not like kind of put it in a category, oh, they sound like X or they sound like this person. So with all that being said, man, I just like it. And it's hard for me to explain it sometimes because it's like Boston really breaks the rules of what Ryan likes. They really do though, man.
They're not really raw.
Right,
not those hard, dirty riffs.
So it's like I shouldn't really like it, But I'm like,
but you gotta give yourself more credit, man. Ryan likes a very wide range of music, man. You gotta give yourself more credit. But I want to touch on something you said, Ryan. You mentioned that they're wholesome, but they have a unique sound. And before we started the video, we were reading something that said that this was kind of like the start of corporate rock. A lot of people the people who don't really like Boston too much look at them as corporate rock. This is like the start of it. Like, okay, this sound was, I guess, replicated over and over and over again. So for you to still feel that they have this uniqueness, and I feel the same way, they have a certain something about them, even after hearing, you know what I mean, we weren't born until well after, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Or, even after hearing so much music that I think could come off of the Boston tree, for you to still feel like, no, but they still have a freshness to them, I think is amazing, man. Considering that they were the first. Because a lot of times, we get confused on this channel. We'll say, we'll hear something that came after and be like, yeah, but, and we'll hear like the original, but we're like, yeah, but I kind of fuck with the shit.
Yeah, exactly.
And I get it. Thank you for inspiring this, but I like this.
Yep.
But in this case, this sounds like not only the first, but the best and purest of it. You know what I mean?
And I feel like they would have met a lot of resistance with this kind of a sound. Like if they took this to a record label, I don't know if they would have in any fucking era, now, then, whatever, and you heard this, I think it's such a departure of what we say is hot that I don't know if a record label was just like, oh, that's out here, let's do it. You know? So to me, I just really feel like they had something that was just not only great and unique, but it was different. And it still had marketable commercial appeal, even though they were able to stay to the core principles of what they do. The motherfucker made it in his basement. So he was like, I think
he played most of the instruments.
Right. I think we read something where he he recorded most of this in his basement. They were like, no, come to LA, we'll put the studio, we'll put the corporate studio effect on it. And they like, nah. He's like, nah, I'll just finish it because I want to work at my own pace.
Right.
And I want to do it. I got a structure in place and
I got a system that works.
And I'm gonna keep it like that. And then when I'm done with it, then you can have it.
Right.
Hey, that's greatness right there.
Man.
And I can relate to the lyrics too. Like a mother.
I can't wait till we start talking about that.
That work phone, like, how do I know this shit? I love everything about it. And lyrics are on point of my life. I think he's speaking of me personally. You know what I'm saying? Who wrote it? Let's get this shit on.
Me and Ryan are going back. We like the song, but we're like thinking about because the lyricism is really getting Ryan, and it's touching me too.
Oh man. Not to get too deep into shit, but we were looking up who wrote the lyrics, and then guess who? Tom Schultz, right? He wrote the lyrics as well. And dude, it seems like the lyrics are just all about paying your dues and, well, fuck it, let's just read it. Now, if you're feeling kind of low about the dues you've been paying, future coming much too slow, and you want to run, but somehow you just keep on staying, can't decide which way to go. I understand about indecision, but I don't care if I get behind. People living in competition, all I want is just a little piece of mine. That's all I want. All I want is my little piece of the pie. you know, and I'm paying all the dues. I'm fucking doing this YouTube channel, and all I keep doing is doing this and doing that, and I just can't win. It's coming much too slow, and I can't get to the money, and I'm trying, and it's just not happening. All I want is a piece of fucking mind. So they talking to me directly. Now I'm just fucking with you.
Well, that escalated. But I feel you though.
Working my day job and doing this and doing YouTube and the future's coming. Like I see the light at the end of the tunnel, right?
Yes,
but
sir.
you're just working and you're like, man, I don't, you know, it's just about
Big wheels keep on turning.
Yes, you know what I mean? And dude, I love what we do, guys. And I know I went on a rant, but the bottom line is the moral of the story is, dude, a lot of people don't think this is work, man. We hear this all the time. Like, man, I don't know where y'all at. You know, y'all taking hiatus, man. If y'all would just be more consistent, you know, y'all would be at 3 and 4 million. I get all that, and I love everybody that follows us. I'm not trying to put anybody on the spot.
And we appreciate the care.
We do.
You have to care to say something like that.
But it is work. Make no mistake about it. This is work, and we got other things going as well. So it's just we do this because we love it. It's a passion project, and we want to do it full time, which is why we got Deaf to Radio and all these different things that we're doing. But all that being said, man, when I hear this song, and not only is it groovy as hell and it makes me feel good, it's relatable lyrics wise. So I'm like, yeah, check. This is a really good song for me, man.
I agree with pretty much everything you said, though, Ryan. And I feel your like I'm gonna call it frustration, but you know, we work hard. Man.
I was embellishing it though, guys.
Yeah. It's a little entertainment value in there. But it's real.
It is real though.
It's rooted in real shit. But verse 2, where he says, "Now you're climbing to the top of the company ladder. I hope it doesn't take too long. Mm-hmm. Can't you see there will come a day when it won't matter? Come a day where you'll be gone, right? So I think it's nothing that hasn't been said before. I feel like that I haven't heard before. But every once in a while, I always tell people like certain things you just need refreshers on, right?
Yes. You
need refreshers. You know that, man. You don't want to spend your life working just to work, and then next thing you know, life passes you by, and then you live with regrets, yada yada yada. But that's me and Ryan talk about this all the time, man. And we just can't wait to get to the point. It's not we want to make money, because obviously that's just the way society is structured. But I can't wait to make money to really get to the point where we can explain to people that it's not all about money.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying?
Preach.
But people don't want to hear what you have to say unless you have money, it feels like.
So you got to have the money first for people
to
open people's minds to listen to what you have to say.
Right, to have the platform to get the real messaging out there, man, because it's not all about money. So it's I feel like this is relatable to any and everyone.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So just focusing on what really matters in life. And I look at Tom Scholes, and he worked for Polaroid, right? And didn't we read that?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I just want to make sure it was Polaroid. He graduated from MIT, then he got a job at Polaroid, and he used the money that he made for Polaroid to
fund his career,
in music, right?
Kind of like what we're doing.
Yes. Here we go. Now we here right now. We here. That's where we're going with it. I just felt that. I felt it, understanding his background and understanding what me and Ryan are trying to do, and what a lot of people, I'm sure a lot of you guys are trying to do. I just felt where he was coming from. So that, you know, when I saw Ryan like really give it, me and Ryan work on a day-to-day basis, and we go through a lot of different things and conversations. So I just felt the lyrics, man. It's very, like Ryan says, very relatable.
Yeah, man.
Okay, let's finish it up, guys.
This about to be my life. Bible life, man. do. Yeah. Oh, it ain't over yet. I thought it was over.
That's why I had to look at the time.
I thought it was over. I love it.
Palate cleanser status, bro.
Yeah, bro.
You just know that that's gonna sound good. Maybe we need to get away from this album because I don't know if all Boston. I feel like this album is just hook, line, and sinker. They got us, man. I don't think I need to listen to the rest of the album to know that this album was
dude.
Because not only just based off of what we read, but based off of what we've heard, man. Yeah, I've liked everything from the album.
You know, it's so easy, George, to get caught up in the melody and the way that they're playing and groove out and just miss the lyrics totally.
Yes.
It really is easy to do that. And I think the lyricism for me, because it's so impactful, and like I told George when it was playing there, I was like, this might be my Bible. I might live by this. I might, anytime I need a palate cleanser, right? Or I need some motivation, I'm gonna go back and listen to this song because I feel like it just speaks and it's so relatable to me personally. I think a lot of other people can relate to it as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
But one thing I want to touch on really quick is the way they ended this. After the last chorus, there he said, "All I want is my peace of mind," and he said, "Take a look ahead." And the way I'm kind of defining that is, if you don't take a look ahead of your life, man, you know, number one, your life can pass you by, and number two, you can get into a point where now you have to keep doing the same thing to sustain that lifestyle.
Yes.
Now you can't get hurt. You can't get sick. You can't someone you can't take care of someone else because you got to continue to do this, and that's just not sustainable, man. And it's not healthy. So I kind of feel like what you said earlier is right a great depiction of I think what this song means. Like, dude, I was working at Polaroid to fund my passion because I saw it. I went to school, got a fucking master's degree at MIT. We just keep glossing over. Yeah, we keep glossing over
MIT,
that, dude. That's like an accomplishment in life by itself. I just take a look and imagine the struggle.
Yes.
And the grind that took, man. And I gotta applaud that, dude, because that is difficult. So yes, man. Playlist for me, Staylist. Love the song, love the lyrics, love the meaning, love everything about that, man. That's really a dope song. And again, I could be going way deep into the shit. Maybe but I could be, you know, but that's just the way it hit me.
But that's the bottom line, man. It's about what the song does for us, you know, as a listener. You know what I mean? Sometimes there's things that a song does for me that is really not even related to what the writer, or at least a lot of times what you tell us the writer meant. But I'm like, well, I don't know what he meant, but that's what it's doing for me. It makes me think of X or whatever the case may be. But speaking of that, man, on what the song does for me, man, I just think of, you know, a lot of what Ryan was talking about, just my life and the amount of time that I dedicated to working. Yeah. You know, you can call it a 9 to 5 or working for corporate or whatever the case may be. And that time is just taken away from things that I want to do that I truly think would make my life more fulfilling and I think would benefit other people because I want to do things for the world. So it takes you away from doing things, you know, that you truly want to do that really would make life meaningful for you. There's a lot of stuff that I'm thinking like, damn, it'd be nice to learn language and, you know, it'd be nice to do this and, you know, to go down to this charity and do that. Not that you can't do it, but you get into this sort of pattern of just trying to keep up and trying to stay afloat that you are, it just subtracts from your growth and it just subtracts from your growth. That's your spirit. That's your soul, right? And it's debilitating, and that's why depression is at an all-time high. And you know, anyways, man, I don't want to.
Yeah, but I hear you though,
man.
Preach.
So this song, I think, is a very uplifting song. It's a very sort of, I think, a good hit the reset button. Not going to tell you something that you kind of don't know inherently. Yeah. But it's a good song to give you that refresher. I think these refreshers of things are important. Not playlist though. I know that's crazy to see. I enjoyed it. I love the listen. I think it's a good song. And there's nothing that I can think of that I can really criticize of the song. It's just that it's not really anything that's taking me over the top that's going to compel me to go back to it as much.
That is shocking.
Foreplay Long Time and More Than a Feeling are eternal playlist songs.
You shocking me. That's 2 for 2.
I know.
He shocked me on another
I think
video.
it's just a good, wholesome, happy rock song. But just nothing in it musically that I think is
that's fair.
That really moved me to the point where I feel like I want to listen to it constantly. So
that's fair.
But I get, and also I think this I'm getting in the other songs I just mentioned, this sort of uplifting happiness. I'm just getting it at a different level with More Than a Feeling and
those are
Foreplay Long Time. But this is not a song that I can see myself skipping either. I'm gonna just let that rock out if it came on the radio. So salute, man, to everybody that requested that. Boston yet again impresses. Great band. Maybe we need to get to another album because I'm sold on the debut. You know what I mean? So give us some other suggestions. That's it. If you guys enjoyed that, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And also, guys, check out our Patreon channel. If you're interested, it will allow you to get exclusive access to our content. The link for that will be in the description. I'm George. That's Ryan. Las Vegas.
We out.